Ooh, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. I just walked out to my porch and I found this sitting up here. A package sent by military hero Walter Mathews. Let's see what's inside. Yeah, this guy is a class act, man. He's just a class act. So not only is he a military hero from Chile. Oh man, I could smell the leather. But Mr. Mathews is also an absolute stud when it comes to survivalism. He literally teaches survival, real world survival, and he's just an absolute all-out badass. But not only is he a survivalist master, but he's also a master knife designer. So let's take a look at these blades. Woo, so give it a look, man. All right, so now there's a little story behind how this got it. Check that out. So this one right here, and I know just by the rear, as I let it slip all over the place, this is the Selknam. Now, I have a version of this knife already, his first one. And the Selknam is just one of the most amazing bushcraft knives ever made and designed, because it's done by a designer who is one of the best bushcrafters. The man is just a woodsman's genius. But the first one had a convex grind all the way around, and he decided to improve it with this grind here, and I have to say, this is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to get into all the specs and everything, and I'm going to do full reviews on both of these knives. But this wasn't there. I think if it was, he'd already had them sold. So I didn't get to see this knife, which I would have been totally thrilled about, because I did see this one, and I'll tell you exactly what I thought it was and how we got into the conversation. And this was before I even really spoke to him. Joe from JS Bladecraft was over there doing a video at their booth, and I walked over, and I'll show you, and I saw this one. This is the Toki, and I saw this, and I immediately thought it was the new version of the Selknam, and I got really excited, because I knew that they'd changed the grind, but I didn't realize that it was a completely different knife when I first looked at it. And so while I pick it up, I hold it, and I said to Joe, dude, this is one of the nicest knives I've ever picked up in my life. And that's when Walter, who is the designer, obviously, comes over and starts talking about it. And he says, oh yeah, check this out. And he flips it over, and the first thing he shows me is this bow hole, right? And I said, holy crap, that's the deepest bow hole I've ever seen. And he goes, yes. And he was just about to explain it. He can get an ember in 12 seconds with that bowl, because it is so deep. It's going to take me more than 12 seconds, but he's a master. This dude is just the best. But literally, I might even be on film candidly talking about how great this knife is. And how this came into my possession was, I was so blown away with it that I told him that I needed one. So when we saw them in the pit, we saw Walter and another guy in the pit, which is an area where all the designers and vendors and whatnot would hang out afterwards. I told him, I said, listen, you still have that thing? I said, I'm coming back tomorrow and I'm grabbing it. And I think he thought I meant a different knife, because when I got back there the next day, it was gone. And he said, oh, I have it right here. And it was a different knife. And I said, no, the other one, the Toki. And he felt bad enough to say, don't worry, bro, I got you. And check this out. So I'm not going to tell you this is a great knife, because I really like the guy who designed it, and I think he's just awesome. 21-year vet. The guy is just dope. I'm telling you that I love this knife because I loved it when I first saw it, and I loved it before I even spoke to him. I put it in my hand, it melted into my grip, and I told Joe, this is going to be one of those perfect knives. It's a perfect design. And there was only 2 knives in the entirety of the show that I picked up and said, this is an absolute perfect knife. It was this one in a Tops Command outpost or something like that, which is coming to me. And literally out of all of Blade Show, there was only 2 knives I picked up and was in awe of before I even spoke to anyone. And it was this one and that one. And I mean, literally, it just doesn't, that right there that you see, there was just a little piece of tape on there. That's what that is. But it was literally, this was love at first knife. Love at first knife. I mean, he did the kind of job you'd expect in the design from somebody who does what he does. From somebody who's a master at his skills, you would expect this. And I mean, for me, this thing is absolutely perfect. I want to get the other one out and go side by side. Oh, you know what I just noticed? The dude, he's awesome. He signed the sheaths. He signed the sheaths, man. Yeah, so I love this guy. So let's take this one out here and just give it a side by side. You could really see. I didn't realize the Selknam was so much bigger. It's a big knife. I'll tell you, man. Walter Mathews, just an absolute freaking master. I love this knife in the convex version. So this, I believe it's a saber, is just gonna be way better. Oh my gosh, these things are awesome. And the sheaths are no joke. They're both the same. They don't all come with his signature on it. But he's got a striker here, so if you strike like flint, if you got some char cloth, you can use this to strike spark. And here you can put in like some TA 550 cord. You could put in like a little plastic baggie with some damn cheap ass tuners are all loud. A little plastic bag with some cotton in it, or even dryer lint. And really have something to get your spark going. You have a ferro rod holder right here, or any kind of accessory that you want. You could put in a sharpening steel in there, but everything he does is just right. He does it right. He knows what he's doing. I am so incredibly impressed. So incredibly impressed with this guy. He is, I mean, just he's a badass. He's the real deal. So go to Condor and look up. You can look up the designers. You can look up what designers and who makes what knife. You tap on the designer and his knives will pop up, or his designs will pop up, like him and Joe Flowers. Joe Flowers has got like a jillion designs. He's got them all over the place. He is the guy who brought us the Atrox buoy. But I have to say, Walter, besides making the most perfect knife you'll ever hold, Walter Mathews has an axe. And I think I might just have to go buy that axe, because you guys know how I love my tomahawks and whatnot. His axe is just beautiful. Beautiful. It's got a spiked rear. It's awesome. But get over there and check him out. And if you, or not if you, but when you see this Toki, I know I haven't gone over it yet, really. I haven't done any of the actual testing. But, man, if you get over there, or when you get over there and you see this knife, woo! You're gonna want to pick it up right away. Shave sharp, baby. You're gonna want to get over there and pick one up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This knife is perfect. And then you have its big brother. Man, look at those two knives. It doesn't get any better than that. Walter Mathews, I just want to say publicly, thank you. You're a hero. You're an absolute bro. You're just a genuine guy. And I thank you so much for sending these out, man. They are going to get used very, very well. All right, so that's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie B.O.D. Until next knife.